Okay, today you're in for a real treat because this engine is pretty nice. I mean, it's got all the bright shiny colors and everything, but there's bombs painted on the fuel tank. 100% prototypical, of course. The Tuskegee Airmen was a group of African-American military pilots and airmen who fought in World War II. They formed the 332nd Fighter Group and the 477th Bombardment Group of the United States Army Air Forces. Back then, the U.S. Air Force was not yet its own standalone unit, as it was still under the United States Army. Even while racism was a significant prevalent issue at the time, the Tuskegee Airmen received praise for their excellent combat record while protecting American bombers from enemy fighters and were awarded 3 Distinguished Unit citations for their actions. The Tuskegee were initially issued several different types of airframes. It wasn't until July of 1944 where they were finally issued the aircraft which they became most commonly associated, the North American P51 Mustang. When pilots of the 332nd Fighter Group painted the tails of their P-47s red, the nickname Red Tails was coined. The red markings that distinguished the Tuskegee Airmen included the red bands on the noses of the P-51s, as well as the red empennage, or tail sections. The P-51B, C, and D Mustangs flew with similar color schemes, with red propeller spinners, yellow wing bands, and all red-tailed surfaces. The painting of this particular SD-70 from METCA pays homage to these aircraft and the men who flew them, and I have to give a great deal of credit to Stu from METCA because this design is really spectacular. From the shimmery metallic paint down to Kilroy being painted on one of the bombs that adorned the diesel fuel tank, and everything in between. This SD-70 is definitely one that's not going to leave my collection as long as I'm around. Nice work, Stu. Now let's enjoy an extended running session of this beautiful engine at my local club, the Chicagoland Lionel Railroad Club, with a long overdue channel update at the end. If you stuck around this long, then you now get a taste of some of the big changes that have been in the works for the last few months. Welcome to my new basement layout. This is a 24 by 17 foot L-shaped table that's 42 inches from the floor. The track plan you see here was just to get trains going and will not be the final layout. I have a future video coming that will cover the step-by-step build of this table and the upcoming plans for it, so subscribe so you don't miss out. It's going to be a good one. Next, I wanted to give you a quick update of what's been going on since my last upload. As many of you know from my Spring York videos, my completely healthy 15-year-old Cardigan Welsh Corgi named Toby had broken his foot, and we found out as we walked into York that he had cancer. This was a rapidly progressing cancer with no means of recovery. So Jen and I spent every day keeping him as happy and pain-free as we could for the days that he had left, which turned out to only be 117 days from the day he first broke his foot. For me, this is quite the crushing blow, and it took some time to work through. In the middle of all that, I ended up getting COVID, which prevented me from narrating this video right as everything kicked off. So now, with Toby looking down over us, Jen's foot almost completely recovered from breaking it after tripping while carrying Toby, and my health back on the rise. It's back to making videos again. I have quite a bit of fun topics to cover over the coming months, with even more arriving this week. Can you say custom triplex? I'm also really looking forward to seeing many of you at York next month, and have some new videos planned for that week as well. Thank you again for sticking around all this time. Now, please enjoy the beginnings of